Wow, what a story. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Now, let's move forward. How would you describe your path from the moment you left school to now? Would you say it was pretty much straightforward, smooth sailing? Once you get into one lane, you were set for life, or was it more like turns and twists, like a roller coaster?
Well, when I finish school, I'll I'll tell you when I graduated from software engineering in 1992.
Wow.
um, no, 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 no. It was 2002 that I graduated. Sorry, I'm not that old. um, so breaking out, I was a programmer. Um, Although I was a natural born salesman and I didn't know it. Um, it just so happened that I got a little job, a little full-time job after, but I didn't really like it because of my manager and because of my colleagues. They were like super rude. My manager was rude, just like a not a good work environment.
Mm,
And so I um I mean, this was after my business, right?
mm,
Because I graduated when I was 22. I had success when I was going to school, but then 3 years later, my um, business was in the dumps when I was like 21. It totally stopped. And then when I was 22, when I graduated school, um, I got a full-time job because I'm like,
beautiful.
I tried being an entrepreneur. I failed miserably. Um, I didn't have like a lot of cash left because of my stupidity. Um, so I went into the full time. My manager, my colleagues were jerks, and so I really told them like, this is not for me.
Mm,
This programming is not um, working out. So it just so happens that a sales position, was opening in that company, selling, not programming the software. So I'm like, oh, interesting. I applied for it and I got the job, right? Um, so this like being in another department, being on the sales team was totally different, total different atmosphere.
right.
My manager was awesome. My colleagues were awesome. They were all like a great team to work with because a sales team, the strength is their cooperation and collaboration. A programming team is like all about results and all about like back end. And so it was quite the refreshing. It took me a while to get accustomed, but I eventually became a top performer there. Then I moved to Mexico when I was 23. I was looking for another sales job, and my cousin, she worked at a place called Diamonds International, which is they have like 150 stores worldwide. They're like like a multi-million, even a billion-dollar company. So like selling watches, selling like jewelry and stuff like that. So I got involved in their team, and it was tough because now I was one on one with the customer, leading them through a store, and I didn't know what to say, what to do, because selling software was a totally different, like totally different, you know,
Mm,
and and, and really selling software was a good for me because I could explain the idiosyncrasies and the background of the programs I was selling with simplicity because I was a programmer too.
Mm,
So that made me successful. But with diamond jewelry, at first, for the first 5 months, it was a commission only job. I didn't make one single dollar
wow.
for like 5 months. I'm like, what the hell is happening? The top performer of the store back then um, was this like fiery firecracker. He was from Canada also. So I got to know him. We became friends. And so he kind of like took me under his wing and he taught me how to like talk to the customer and stuff like that. I made progress, invested in some coaching back then, made progress, eventually got up to sales manager, and I eventually started training the
Mm,
team every week on how to use sales psychology to close more in the
oh,
stores. And so eventually, you know, some of my highlights there were like selling $100,000 watch, which I received 7 grand commission on, and also like all USD, not not pesos, right?
yeah, it makes a big difference.
Uh, and also like a $50,000 loose diamond. Um, this lady just came from a cruise ship with one of those black no limit American Express cards. She's like, boom, yeah, just put it on there. I'm like, okay.
Sweet. Yeah.
And
Do
so
you like
that really
anything else,
made me feel
ma'am?
good. Yeah. I mean, that really made me feel good, right? Obviously, helping the customer. So I'm like, I love this sales.
Yeah.
And then once after that, I started to get involved in other software companies, um, and doing well.
Mm,
And then I got involved with a mass like all the way to 3.5 years ago, where I got involved with this massive business coach here on LinkedIn,
mm,
helping his clients close more and helping his business also. Um,
mm,
so I really had good results with that. And it really made me feel better because I'm like, wow, I get to help people in their businesses succeed more. This feels a lot better than selling some diamond or selling some watch or selling like a 50K software package to a company.
sure.
And so I'm like, there's something to it. So I broke out on my own to do like LinkedIn strategy, helping people on LinkedIn. And yeah, so that was sort of like a long transition to where I am right now.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. You know, there's a saying that says, change your story, change your life. And by story, I mean what we tell ourselves in our head all day long. So when you're Jordan, you were at some of your darkest, lowest, most challenging times of your life. How did you change your story inside your head to change your reality outside?
It's all about dealing with stress.
Mm,
Big motivator to me to act is the amount of stress that I'm feeling.
mm,
Some people crack under stress. Some people lose their mind and they don't know what to do.
mm,
But it's in those moments where I shine. Um, Unfortunately, there was a time um, i- in Mexico, also here, uh, maybe 2.5 years ago, where I only had 100 US in my account, and I had a family to feed.
mm,
And I'm like, what the hell am I to do, right? This was in the middle of the pandemic,
mm,
um, where everything was shut down, and I couldn't get a job, and I didn't know what the hell I was doing on LinkedIn. I invested in a coach that left me kind of like in a dry spell financially. Uh, and I was questioning, I'm like, well, why the hell did I invest in this coach? But
Mm,
then I said, well, I invested in him because I really believe that he could get me results. So I worked hard. 100 US is like only a couple days,
sure.
or maybe a day or two survival. And I was in debt. I was in debt up to my eyeballs, and like really following his principles and making it my own. I got my first 5K client in like a week and a half.
Wow.
And then I got another 5K client, um, maybe a couple weeks after that. One of them was split pay, so one of them paid in three payments.
Mm,
But I mean, it, it just like put my head down, like I gotta figure this out. I had a couple of um, coaching calls with my coach back then, and I'm like, let's figure it out, man. I'm in pain. I need to. And then he helped me, but then I had to create my own strategy and get those clients. After that, after those initial clients, I started to hit a dry spell again because my mindset was holding me back. There's some things that I was missing in my process. And but with each client that I get, back then I used to only get maybe a client or two a month, and it wasn't enough to survive, um,
mm,
because all of them were like paying in payment plans, and so but yet I was trying to progress in my business. And so I made a couple of leaps of faith. I made the investment in a mindset coach, in a storytelling coach, and in a sales coach, specifically Jeremy Miner,
oh, yes.
um, that really changed my dynamic of my business and really creating strategies to from these other strategies that were teaching me really um, fast forwarded my results to today.
Mm,
And so, I mean, it, it was extremely tough, but it's just about taking massive action.
mm,
If you're in a predicament, just you got nothing to lose. Just take massive action, do what you got to do, and
mm,
some people like cower
mm,
at this, right? Some people just like say, I mean, like, what the hell am I going to do? And then just like don't do anything, and maybe perhaps continue down the same road that they
mm,
are in, not having enough to eat, getting jobs here and there to survive and stuff like that, right? And if they want to stay in the same position, I mean, that's maybe it's a mindset. I'm not there to change your mind, but I have control of myself,
exactly.
and I chose to take massive action. And in a week and a half, I got a couple clients, and so it's in those moments, in those stressful moments, where I really shine because I feel the pressure. Uh, I Although I'm not perfect, and there were some mistakes made,
Mm.
obviously, but I'm always trying to continue to learn, even though my closing rate right now is 60%, and
Oh,
I'm getting 6 to 8 clients every month right now.
Wow.
Um, I'm always trying to watch my sales calls. I'm always trying to refine my process. I'm hypercritical. I even have other people watch my sales calls on my team and see what they think about them to get continuous feedback from like influencers on LinkedIn who are killing it. And so I mean, like, I'm not shy about feedback. It doesn't
Mm,
hurt my ego.
sure.
If a person says, "Hey, Jordan, you handled that very bad," I don't say, "Well, uh, you know, it was because of this, because of that. It would be." No, I'm like, "Thank you very much for the feedback. I will take this. I need this. I
Sure.
need this feedback. I don't give excuses. If a person wants to give me feedback, I'll take it. I don't give excuses. I get better with feedback 100% from my clients,
Mm,
from my peers, from everybody. I don't say, well, it was because of this and because of that. Like people, what if you give people feedback? It's like, well, it's because of this. I know what to do, but it's because of this, because of that. None of that with me. Cut the crap. You need feedback. I need feedback. Everybody needs feedback. How we receive feedback is how we grow our business to new heights, new levels, exponential levels. And that is my philosophy.
love that. Love that. You mentioned LinkedIn. Why did you choose LinkedIn as a platform? How did it start? And why not Facebook or YouTube or any other Instagram or whatever other platform out there? Why LinkedIn? How did you end up on LinkedIn?
It's a good question. Actually, I got introduced to LinkedIn by a Facebook ad.
Oh, isn't that funny? Wow.
so so I was an English teacher, right? Um 4 years ago. I was an English teacher.
Wow.
I gave up on my business,
Mm,
and how I got introduced to this massive LinkedIn coach is through a Facebook ad.
mm,
Um, there was a 21-day challenge teaching English teachers how to grow their business and make $100 an hour doing it.
mm.
At the time, I was making $25 an hour, working 60 hours a week. Um, and Chinatown, or like Chinatown,
Represent.
is from 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. my time. So I
Wow.
used to work nights 7 days a week.
Wow.
Uh, I had some 8 or 9 grand months, like
Wow.
like 6 months. 6 months in a row, I used to make 8 grand, 9 grand a month
Wow.
just teaching English. But I used to work 70 hours a week
Oof.
on weekends to 7 days a week.
So no family time, no time for yourself. Yeah.
No, no. I used to sleep during the day.
Yeah.
And so what happened is that I showed on one of them, my last one, I showed a map of China to a Chinese student that didn't have Taiwan on it.
They get
And so
triggered.
you know what happened?
Yeah. They
I
cut you
got
off.
canned.
Yeah.
I got fired in 5 minutes after the class.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the heck am I going to now? Right? So back then I was scrolling through Facebook looking for another, because I used to use Facebook
Mm,
to find other English teaching jobs.
mm,
So I was and then James Liu, right? His name is James Liu on LinkedIn. He has like 30,000 followers right now. James Liu, Bowie strategy, teach um, English at $100 an hour. I'm like, what the heck? Of course, I click on his ad. I took his 21-day challenge. He introduced me to LinkedIn. And so he used to use LinkedIn and stuff like that on how like strategies and stuff. And then I excelled at LinkedIn because I incorporated my past experience with sales. And then and then I used to be an English coach for sales professionals, but then I got involved in his process. He
Mm,
asked me to become a sales coach
wow.
for his community, for
Mm,
his clients, because I was doing so well. So I said yes, and then I continued that for 8 months, and then I sort of like broke out on my own after that because I said this is what I want to do. And so I fully transitioned from English coach to
mm,
LinkedIn coach. So,
beautiful.
but
Tell-
yeah, it was kind of funny being introduced
I know.
uh, to LinkedIn from. Oh, although keep in mind that I've always had a LinkedIn account 11 years ago, but it was just like a dormant, like no picture, like sort of like resume kind of like account, right?
You
Yeah.
mentioned teaching English. I used to live in China. I went there as
Oh,
a football coach, soccer coach, and I did teaching on the side from every level, from kindergarten to university to doctors and nurses. I was teaching English, French, even did some Spanish classes at one time, football, of course. And yes, I can really resonate with that. That was something fun. We can do an entire episode on just how was it. I guess you were teaching online, English
yeah,
online, right? Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
So that could be we
And,
can
and,
yeah.
and you name it, like there's not one major
Mm,
company in China that I didn't work for.
yeah.
All the big ones: Data ABC, Google Kid, VIP Kid, US Talk. I worked for them all.
Mm, yeah.
And eh, eh, but all of them are on China established a new rule. Of course, you may know of, that
Mm.
if you're a foreigner, you can't teach English in China online. So they just like all these companies went under because of that. So
Actually, the entire English teaching industry went down because the Xi
yeah,
Jinping he wants to say no to chat to English, and
yeah,
yeah, a lot of businesses went down.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah, yeah. So
I had a fun time living in China. Lived for 4 years. It was fun, but yeah, wow, interesting. All right, now tell us about your business. What exactly? So you got introduced to LinkedIn to this guy teaching you English and all that. So what is your business now, and what exactly are you helping people on LinkedIn?
okay. So my business offers two main services:
Mm,
done with you and done for you.
okay.
Done for you is like a team of graphic designers and a team of LinkedIn experts
Mm,
and me myself handling your LinkedIn for you.
mm-hmm,
That means your DMs, your commenting, your engagement, your profile revamp, your everything to do with LinkedIn.
mm,
Um, your booking call, all you have to do is we get you the sales calls booked, you close them. Or if you want, I mean, we could do the closing too. I can do the closing also, you know, and I've done that for clients with awesome results. But it all depends on what they want, right? Okay. Second option is done with you, and that is done over 8 weeks with me, where I teach you how to find your ICP, define your ICP, because many people says, well, to work with you, I have to find your ICP. I said, no, to work with me, I help you find your ICP. Also, I give you clarity on that. And I make sure that everything's in sync. Your profile has to be in sync with your content to get in inbound leads. Your content has to resonate with your people's pain points, and you have to give them hope, screaming to your ICP also. For the ICP is obviously um, ideal customer profile or ideal client profile, right? And not only that, your DM strategy has to be in sync with those inbound leads. I mean, those inbound leads may come and your content qualifies them, but you need to take it a step further. You
Sure.
can't just hop on a call because that could be a time waster.
Sure.
You have to have a DM strategy that really resonates with them,
Mm,
that, that qualifies them even more,
mm.
right? To book those calls with people who want to know more about your services. Like a lot of people say, Calendly, ask those questions in Calendly, and you'll find you'll people lie
Of course.
on the Calendly.
Just to get the call, just to get the free information.
Yeah, it's so easy. It's so easy to lie on Calendly to get the information, but it's less easier when you are DMing them back and forth,
Yeah, absolutely.
right? So so that's kind of like what we do with our clients, and that's what I teach people to do. Um, my clients have my WhatsApp, so all of the time I probably get like uh, maybe 10 messages per day of clients who say, okay, prospect messaged me this, what should I say? And I say, okay, so what do you think you should say? Maybe this. Okay. Okay, that's good. Maybe you can tweak it a little bit to this, less friction. And then they tweak it, they add their own flavor, they send it, and they get that call booked.
Mm,
And then lastly is the last part of the conversion process. What do you think it is? So there's content, there's DMs. The last part of the conversion process is the ultimate sales call. What to do. I know that like we actually practiced sales calls together, which was
yes.
amazing.
Fun. Yeah.
And and so what to say, what to do on a sales call that's going to further commit your prospect. Okay, so now they're qualified, they should be qualified, but yet you have to make sure that they told you the truth in the DMs,
Mm,
right? Because they could be like like not sharing the right information with the DM. So how do you do that? By the sales call process, by your questioning. Like sometimes it happens. Sometimes I said, well, right now you're telling me what's contrary to what you told me in the DMs. Uh, uh, if you know me, Payment, I like to call people out on
yes.
sales
That's good.
calls
Yeah.
because a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people shy away from that, but I just like, the more you call people out, but in a nice way, the more that they'll respect you.
That's gold. Yes. Yes.
And so, along with this, I have clients so that need help with this also. So, I have a framework that I go over, and Jay Lee also when he was my client for 8 weeks, um, found this framework very valuable too, and it improved his process as well.
Mm,
So, so like it's a 7 step process, and basically, Jay's like, man, this is so similar to the glass framework. How did you come up with this? It took me years to come up with this. I'm like, well, it took me about a year to come up with this, but yeah, I mean, it really works. And so by eliminating tension, by eliminating friction on the sales calls, by talking to them face to face, by overcoming objections in a masterful but kind of firm and loving way.
mm,
I mean, Scott, your closing rate is going to be 60% or even above, and so it's really mass like full conversion. You know, from the first time that they see your content all the way to them becoming a content. That's my process on LinkedIn. And
mm.
that's what I teach people to do.
Beautiful. Who's your ideal client avatar?
Okay. So this goes into like helping people define their client avatar. People say, oh, 40-year-olds. Oh, business owners over 40 years old. But that's not your ideal client avatar.
Yes.
That's just information, non-relevant information, actually.
Mm,
To me, and it's proven by influencers that I have connected with me on LinkedIn, your ICP is a sentence, first of all, outlining the pain points that you can help solve
mm,
in your clients. So again, your ICP are people in pain that you can help solve their problems.
mm,
So my ICP is business owners who want to figure out LinkedIn, who don't
mm,
have results on LinkedIn because either they don't have the time or the know-how to figure out LinkedIn, and who are wasting time trying to figure out LinkedIn, who are stressful and frustrated with the results that they have. That's my ICP.
beautiful. Beautiful. What's your process? How long does it take? So you said your program is like 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Is it a small class, big class? Is it on demand, or do you have like a specific time that you run it every 2 months?
No, no, it's one to one.
Okay.
It's one to one clients right now, and I just like one to one. You know, it's just like it has more impact, and
Mm,
eventually, I'm I'm trying to maybe lessen my one to one time, but right now I work with 8 clients at a time, and it's just like super impactful. I
mm,
find um for a lot of my clients, it's like 8 weeks, but a lot of my clients get their first high ticket client, 5K or more, in less than 30 days. And
wow.
that's like 80% of my clients.
Amazing. Amazing.
And you know why? Because I got a team, baby. I got a team dedicated to my client success. And we all work
Amazing.
together, we all brainstorm.
Amazing.
Power of collaboration.
Speaking of that, share with us an example of the most remarkable transformation you've seen so far from one of your clients.
Man, there's a lot.
I love that. Whenever someone asks answers that way, I love it. Okay, give us one.
Bro, man. There's a lot, man. Um, when my clients come to me, they're at a certain level that I even find mind blowing, right? Um, we're gonna isolate specifically LinkedIn,
Mm,
like, because like Jay, he's making a lot more money than me, obviously, on Facebook. Um, he closed 260K deals in the DMs.
wow.
So that's a lot. That's like light years ahead of me. But yet he wasn't pulling his weight on LinkedIn, right? He didn't know what to do. He wanted more leads, more collaborations, more income on LinkedIn. So that's what we did.
Mm,
And now he has collaborations with 60,000 followers or more, influencers, like actual collaboration deals with monetary um, implications. And these LinkedIn influencers get leads up, like a lot of leads per week. So it's a great opportunity for him. And also, like, in terms of generating leads, calls, income, he's had clients come through also off of LinkedIn that he included in his Facebook group.
mm.
So that's a remarkable transformation. But really, just recently, I'm working with Richard.
With what?
Well, I'm working with a lovely man called Richard. His
Ah,
name is
okay.
Richard.
Okay.
Yeah. In less than 30 days, he scored a high ticket client,
Mm,
and he's scoring another high ticket client this month also. And so that's two high ticket clients in 2 months, and he's getting 12 leads per week.
beautiful.
And so it's these transformations, these go getters, these action takers that are really making me happy, right? Of course, I'm not 100%. I'm not going to say it's because of me. Uh, It's because of their massive action and their faith in me and their confidence in me to get them results. And with that combination, it's like
Mm,
it's a winning collaboration, right? One thing I'm going to say is that I don't view myself as here and my clients here.
no,
No,
equal.
equal.
Absolutely.
I'm just a consultant, man. I told my clients, you don't have to listen to me. I'm just a consultant. I give advice. That's it, man. You do the work, I give advice.
That's it.
And a consultant, that's all I am. I don't take the role of professor or teacher, or I don't lord over them. And that, I think that's the best methodology.
I agree. Totally. Absolutely. How are you getting your clients?
That's a whole lot of process there. That's a loaded question, my friend.
Is it straight
Okay.
through DMs or do you have a specific marketing game plan?
Eh? Oh yeah. Like a lot of strategy goes into getting clients, 100%, and it all has to do with defining your ICP.
Mm,
Like I just defined my ICP.
mm,
I design content that hits on their pain points.
mm,
That I design content that involves storytelling with emotion,
mm.
that gets them riled up to work with me. That it gets them identity. I include um, a lot of strategy in the way that I deliver using sales psychology. Um, I have three basic messages in my content.
Mm,
And I think we've talked about this before, right?
mm,
Um, So first of all, it's the person that's afraid to invest
Mm,
because they need that extra push.
mm,
Second is the overthinker who takes a long time thinking. Third is the jump into action taker,
mm.
like they take action, they failed, and then they reach out for help. So those three client behaviors I touch with in my content because those are my clients right now who are working with me. So it all comes down to that. Commenting is big. Commenting is big. If you can spare just 15 to 20 minutes commenting every day on your niche. In
Mm.
your case, payment, it would be like master influencers, podcasters. Like we're talking about Joe Rogan size podcasts.
Mm.
We're talking about like podcasting, the podcasting influencers of LinkedIn. When you comment on their posts for a matter of months, a magical things start to happen.
Just the one
They
person,
start
one
to
comment.
get they start to get to know you, payment.
Well, at least, yeah, this guy's been commenting for months without asking anything. Let me reach out to
Yeah,
him. Let's
yeah,
see what he's up to.
exactly,
Or they will check out your
exactly.
profile. Yes, yes.
Yeah, they will check out your profile, and then you gain a friend. Not only that, his audience will reach out to you.
Mm. Trust is all about trust.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Because when they see this ultimate podcaster, this expert on LinkedIn, interacting with you in the comments,
Mm.
automatically they'll think, oh, Payman knows so and so. They're friends. I'm going to go check out Payman's profile. Wow.
Mm.
It's it's like a landing page. It's optimized to the mind. It's optimized to the nines. Oh, he has a great banner with awesome AI imagery. He has a great headline. He has a great link to his podcasting website. He has in his features section, he has offers. He has client testimonials. In his about section, it used the PAS system. It has the problem. It has the agitate problem. It has the solution. Um, wow, this guy is off the chains. I'm going to see how he can help me.
Bingo.
And it's all a streamline, and that's an inbound lead right then and there. From then on, it's just gravy till a sales call. You convert them on the call. And that's how you
Absolutely.
get clients.
Absolutely. Wow, fascinating. It's really fascinating to see how two parallels. You ended on LinkedIn, and for example, Jay on Facebook. Both of you, you're leveraging a platform that can be absolutely incredibly profitable if you do it the correct way. And to see at the end of the day, it's pretty much the same things, but nurturing, helping, being helpful, and it's attraction marketing at its finest. You just
Yeah. Now, I have some strong point of views about that
mm,
also. Um, to a certain degree, yes. To a certain degree, no.
mm,
If you treat every platform the same,
mm.
like LinkedIn is not the same as Facebook.
Because you have different class of
LinkedIn
people. Yes. Mm,
is not the same as Facebook.
mm,
LinkedIn is not the same as Instagram. LinkedIn is not the same as TikTok.
sure.
LinkedIn, there's a strategy.
Mm,
Um, I can't emphasize this enough. A different strategy needs to be done on LinkedIn and Facebook.
mm,
They're completely different platforms. Jay knows how to leverage Facebook to the nines, and I'm learning from him. But yet, he was doing the same strategy on LinkedIn than he does on Facebook. Hand raising posts do not work on LinkedIn.
Yes.
They do not work. If you try a hand raising post on LinkedIn, you'll you'll have time wasters, tire kickers that want freebies. No, and I'm sorry, hand raising posts do not work on LinkedIn.
Mm, absolutely. Yes.
They're super successful on Facebook because
Mm-hmm.
it's Facebook.
It's a different mindset there. Yes.
And so I can't emphasize enough, like even Tanner, even like all these other coaches, they have one set manager for the social media that posts across everything,
Mm,
and they're losing money. They're losing potential deals on LinkedIn because they just post random videos
mm,
of them speaking. And you look at their content. Tanner has 13,000 followers. You look at his content, he has only had one or two reactions. He posts twice a day, no comments, no engagement. It's
wow.
very, 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 very sad because he's treating like LinkedIn like it's just another
Okay.
social media platform. It's not.
Mm,
It's not another social media platform. There's a strategy involved in social selling on LinkedIn that's completely different than any other social media platform in the world.
mm,
And if you do it correctly, you will eventually 100% guaranteed outnumber all of your results on Facebook, outnumber all your results on TikTok, on Instagram.
interesting.
100% guaranteed. Like even Jay is starting to know this. You know, he's starting to dedicate more time on LinkedIn.
Mm,
Um, I, I keep on telling him, Jay, Facebook is your bread and butter. That's good. Continue with Facebook, but give LinkedIn a chance. Be patient,
mm,
and it'll eventually outdo your earnings on Facebook. But he's kind of busy, and I think he's getting the sense of that. He's saying really resonating with those words.
mm,
Um, it's kind payment. It's kind of hard to explain this to people who don't understand LinkedIn.
mm,
First of all, it's kind of like people may say, okay, Jordan, yeah, whatever, whatever. I make $3 million on Facebook a month. Like, what is LinkedIn, right? Like in Tanner's case or in Akbar's case or whatever. But in reality, I know, I know with screenshots, with a tell-all session with the
mm.
man himself, Justin Walsh. He's the solopreneur king, over 600,000 followers on LinkedIn, and he only does LinkedIn. He works 5 hours a week.
Whoa. You must have a big team.
You know, no, he doesn't have a big team. It's only himself.
Wow. Amazing.
You know how much money he pulls?
Tell me.
3 million a year
Beautiful.
just on LinkedIn. And, and this is hard to believe, but like I could give you a video where he shows screenshots of his earnings.
Mm,
Usually 180 to 200K per month on LinkedIn. Just on LinkedIn.
wow. What does he sell?
Just like business building for solo push, business building, business branding for solopreneurs.
Mm. So LinkedIn is who's the LinkedIn is for who basically? Who's gonna benefit the most from LinkedIn from a business perspective?
Everybody,
Wow.
everybody, everybody who wants a business.
A
First of all, you
professional.
gotta have the patience. You gotta have the patience. Not a lot of people have patience
Mm,
on LinkedIn. They want results right now.
mm,
They want the cash in their bank accounts right now.
mm,
It took me 3.5 years on LinkedIn to find strategy.
mm,
Second, people are quick to judge.
mm.
What I mean by that is that a lot of people scream results on LinkedIn, unfortunately, but don't really have the results. And and once they find out who these clowns, who these stupid people are that are falsifying results,
Oh yeah,
that turns them off LinkedIn 100%.
sure. Wow.
But don't pay attention to the clowns that are doing this. I mean, if you want to build a business on LinkedIn, fine. I mean,
Mm.
that's good. It's going to take time
Anything worthwhile takes time.
organically.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
It
going to
was the
take
same.
time organically.
It was the same for me for podcasts. First, I didn't make a
Yeah,
penny until I figured it out.
yeah, yeah. And so, just give you some stats, like I told you before, probably 1 billion users, 1,200,000,000 users are on LinkedIn,
Wow.
200 million posts, but they're crap posts.
Mm. What is a crop post and what is a good post on LinkedIn, for example? I know that's a bit more technical, but in a nutshell.
Okay, a crap post has it just blah boring. It just like, oh, what is your favorite ice cream?
People do that on LinkedIn. That's for Facebook.
Vanilla, vanilla, um, chocolate, or Napolitan.
Mm.
People do that all the time on LinkedIn.
Really? Wow.
Um, w- like you see these companies
Mm.
just like promoting themselves with no stories. See these companies, blah, blase, boring company statistics. Just like company posts are like the most boring posts
Mm.
out there.
Yeah, corporate. Yeah.
You see creators posting like videos of random stuff
Mm.
just to get likes, and uh you see say, oh, look at me, I'm enjoying my weekend. How's your weekend going so far?
Mm.
No reason, no lesson, no nothing, nothing relating back to your business.
Mm.
The most boring post ever. Now, a good post on LinkedIn ultimately gets you leads and impacts your audience. A good post on LinkedIn involves some sort of storytelling,
Mm.
but you relate it back to your business.
Mm.
Involves um, a weekend post. Usually, my weekend posts are of me on the beach, of course, but I'm talking about lifestyle.
Mm.
I'm talking about how you can get your lifestyle with LinkedIn, just like
So, so when you make
I have a lifestyle.
so when you make a
Yeah.
post, do you write or do you shoot a video and post it?
Okay, so when I'm making a post, I have text post, image posts that I make pop with AI images about the topic.
Mm.
Not only that, when I have a video, I introduce it with text,
Mm. Yeah.
like
Mm-hmm.
like a good hook, a body, and then a CTA.
Mm-hmm.
If it's
Call to
to
action.
drive engagement, I I dig deep in the questions.
I like what you said about lifestyle with LinkedIn. I can even Jay mentioned that to me way back when I first joined this program in June. He said, do that, do post about your lifestyle. For example, the picture behind me, that's a swimming pool I spent the last 6 months in Malaysia of my building. It's not a random picture. Shoot pictures from there now from the beach showing how you can have this lifestyle
Yeah,
through
bro.
podcasting.
100%. You should just
Uh,
collect selfies. Collect selfies of you on the beach
I
in
have tons
different
of those.
angles.
Yeah.
Okay. And start posting them, man. Start posting them on Facebook.
Okay. Okay. And then what? Hey guys, you want the same lifestyle? Start a podcast? Cheesy like that?
No, 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 no. No, don't. I mean, there's a certain structure that you have
Yeah.
to abide by. You can't seem lazy
Yeah.
in your posts. If you seem lazy, a lazy post is like a couple sentences and then boom.
Hmm.
It takes no effort. Anyone can do that.
An
A
actual
well thought
story.
out post,
Mm.
a well thought out post is up to 500 characters on LinkedIn.
Mm.
Well thought out, provides value, provides everything that your audience wants to think about.
Amazing. You're really making me very curious about LinkedIn. I'm going to spend this week just diving deep into LinkedIn because I'm completely, I have nothing on LinkedIn right now. I have a very old profile from way back when I was living in China. Still my old picture. I used to host a wine tasting and wine education events for the Chinese. Still that. I need to either
I'm making
update
you a
that.
believer, my friend.
Oh, big time, big time. Thank you, Don, Jordan. Thank you. Padre Jordan, you know. No, seriously, absolutely. Wow. Listen, we definitely have to do another. I can't wait to have you do an actual masterclass on LinkedIn
Wonderful.
on the
Let's do it,
show. We'll
man.
do that. Listen,
Yeah.
I love talking to you. We've been talking for almost 2.5 hours. Let's start to wrapping up. Now that I'm getting bored, I love talking to you, but I know it's getting late for you,
Mhm.
and I'm getting hungry. I haven't had lunch yet. So,
Yeah, 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 man.
anyways,
Do
so
it up, do it up.
all
Get some
right,
lunch.
let's wrap up. And to finish, I'd like to ask you a series of rapid fire questions on
Sure.
advices. What would you say has been so far the best piece of advice you've received in your life?
One time I I was facing a bully at school,
Mm,
and so the teacher, my fifth grade teacher, was like my best friend.
that's good.
Um, and and she said, sometimes people are mean because they have a bad life. And so I know that you're a loving kid. So you got to show love to your bullies,
Mm,
which is kind of weird. I know. But of course, if they start like, well, like this is a teacher telling me this, right? Of course, if they start hitting you, you defend yourself. But if it's just words, just let it go.
mm, beautiful.
And then I'm like, when I was like 11 years old, I'm like, wow, this is like amazing. I never really thought about it this way. I just thought like the bullies be mean to me, I should be mean back. And that kind of like opened my mind to possibilities of being compassionate towards people,
Mm,
more compassionate towards people.
love that. Love that. What would you say has been so far the worst piece of advice you've received in your life?
Be consistent.
Oh, really?
Do do everything under the sun.
Oh, yeah. Mm,
Be consistent and always trying to find strategies.
Stick to one instead. Yeah.
I mean, it's so stupid. I mean, like even some of my clients are coach hopping right now, and I'm like, how long have you been coach hopping? Oh, like a year. Like, have
How
you
much have you
gotten
burned?
anything?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, have you gotten anything done in your business? It's like, no. Stop investing in crap coaching. I said, my goodness.
The problem is on the coach.
And
The problem is them taking need to take action.
exactly, exactly. Like being consistent without a strategy
Mm,
is like the worst thing that you can do.
absolutely. Imagine that you were blessed with a time machine and you can go back in time and say to the 18-year-old Jordan, what's the number one piece of advice you would give to him knowing all that you know now?
Buy a house, save money, don't
Mm.
live don't live on a resort for 7 months.
Don't blow your money
Um
on party and girls.
don't,
Yes.
don't blow your money. Don't just like because my life could have been a lot different if um if I could have known how to manage my money more with my
Mm,
business, you
sure.
know. Back then in my 16, 17, 18, that was when my business was skyrocketing, 250K per year.
When you made some good money. Yes.
And so if I would have just saved a lot of that, I would have saved my business.
Sure.
Yeah. So good question, man.
Thank you. Do you have your own podcast?
Hey?
Do you
No,
have your
I
own?
don't. I
What's
want to though.
awesome?
What's
What's
holding me back? What's holding me
yes?
back?
Yeah? Why you haven't started yet?
Bro, I'm just so busy. But yeah, I want to start one for sure. Yeah.
All right, I can help you with that. But imagine,
Awesome, man.
absolutely pleasure. All mine. Imagine that you have a podcast already, and your podcast is very successful. And today you're interviewing the most special person in the world, and that is yourself. What's the first question you want to ask yourself? Don't think too much. First thing that comes to your mind.
How how has your childhood
Mm,
affected the man you are today?
and what's your answer?
I
Let's.
had a tough childhood, but really coming to terms with it and really working through some demons and stuff.
Mm,
It's taught me compassion. It's
mm,
taught me to be stubborn as hell.
mm.
It's taught me to be unique, to speak out for those who don't speak
Tone
out
of
for
voice.
themselves.
Yes.
It's taught me to be resilient. For the haters out there, come at me. I can take it. I have a thick, thick, thick skin that you don't even imagine. I have thicker skin than most. And that's why I don't react when people are aggressive towards me.
You know, one thing
When
I.
people are aggressive towards me, I just like
Mhm.
it's just like another day.
Absolutely.
I don't let it get on my skin. I'm stubborn, stubborn as hell. Um,
Absolutely.
I'm I really want to be set in my ways in regards of my business, maintaining this lifestyle that I have. I'm stubborn to act with gratefulness towards my family,
Mm,
towards my business, towards my colleagues, towards my friends, and I just feel like I'm an unstoppable train right now because of the childhood that I had.
absolutely. The one thing I learned is that in life, we all go through our fair share of pain. Sure, it hurts a lot, but then we are meant to do that so we can become a better, wiser person, and then take those gifts, share with others. But also the challenges we face, that's basically our on-the-job training to prepare us for what you are. For example, the person you are now with a very thick, skin, very resilient, resistant, strong in aspects. You needed to go through that to become who you are. If you look at it that way, because it's always a blessing, it's always a gift, even in tragedy. I've been through that through my I had my awakening of the pandemic, and I understand a few powerful things. One of the most powerful things I understood was the tremendous power of questions and asking the right question. Before that, when something bad happened to me, I would ask the wrong question, a disempowering question, which is, why me? What did I do to deserve this? Why? Where's God? Why is life so unfair? And we know that when we complain like that, nothing good comes out of it. Instead, now I ask a very empowering question, two questions, which is, what is this trying to teach me? And what is the lesson for me to learn to this? Even through tragedy, through pain, through heartbreak, through challenges, through whatever, there's always a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful lesson, learning, and gift. And we all need to learn that to become. So when you say that, so now looking back at all the, so to speak, the crap that you had to endure growing up, do you think that was a blessing in disguise for you, like a gift for you to become the person you meant to be, the person that you're destined to be, so you can impact and help others find their gift, find their voice, and
Mm.
fly?
Well, at the time, of course not. At the
Of
time,
course,
I
no,
was
of
like,
course, enough.
yeah.
But now with now with
Now,
insight, with the
yeah,
wisdom that you have, yeah,
100%,
yeah.
100%. I mean, if I didn't go through those trials,
Mm,
you know how fire refines.
mm-hmm,
If you put something in the fire,
mm,
it refines it, right? Like molds it, stuff
absolutely,
like that. Those trials are fires that
absolutely.
mold us into the people that we want to become. So 100%. I wouldn't go so far to say it's a blessing in disguise. I would just say it's just the way it is. Just the way it is. It's the
Mm,
way my childhood was, and I'm stronger because of it.
absolutely, beautifully said. Listen, brother, absolute honor, pleasure talking to you. Last question I have for you is, and that's my favorite question to ask to all my guests, and that is, what is the smallest thing? And by small, I don't mean something small. I mean the one thing you've done in your life that has had the greatest, deepest, most profound impact in both your life and business. For me, for example, has been starting my podcast. What about you, Jordan?
Just being compassionate
Mm,
to people. Um and being open to collaborating with people, having people show give them an opportunity to show them your skills.
mm,
Like for instance, there's a person from India,
mm,
um, who was awesome, right? Who wanted an opportunity for work, and so he wanted to make some posts for me. So I said, yeah, sure. Yeah, curious to know the results of them, but I'm just giving him an opportunity to show his stuff, to show his work, to prove himself. And if you don't give people a chance to prove themselves, how are they going to grow?
absolutely.
And so that is the number one impacting thing that I've done since May is allowing people, not being shut and be open-minded to collaborations, and
Mm.
allowing people to prove themselves so that they can be valuable members of my team. So
Beautiful. Did you learn that because somebody, when you're at a tough spot, gave you an opportunity and you're tremendously grateful for it, now you want to pay it forward to others?
100%, 100%. Yeah, yeah.
I feel you.
Um, the opportunity was working with this massive business coach that gave me a
Mhm.
chance, to prove myself.
Beautiful.
Even though I was getting results on my own, that was that, but we had a meeting. He's like, yeah, okay, I'm gonna give you a chance, prove yourself, because
Mm,
I believe that's important. And so this really started me in the direction that I wanted to go in. So yeah, most definitely.
beautiful. Love that. Listen, if someone wants to connect with you, what's the best way to do so or reach out to you?
I'm on LinkedIn. Just type Jordan Molina, LinkedIn sales coach, and my profile comes out on Google.
All
It's the
right. Do
first one.
you have a
Yeah.
website?
No, it's just my LinkedIn website.
Okay.
Um, I do have landing pages to my um like a content strategy kit and a DM kit and stuff like that. But no, I don't have a website. Um, Primarily because I don't need one now. But yeah, I mean later on I should have a website. I'm a
Sure.
programmer, what am I
Yeah,
thinking, right? Obviously. So yeah,
absolutely.
you're right. Yeah.
Awesome. Send me all of those. I'll put them in the show notes. Listen, Jordan, absolute honor, pleasure. We've been speaking for 2.5 hours. Love that. Beautiful conversation. Love your story. Love your heart, your passion, your purpose. I salute you. You're truly doing art. Keep shining your light. Keep blessing the world, your presence, your impact with everything you're doing. Stay safe, stay awesome. God bless you. And we're definitely going to be talking soon again. Thank you, brother. Have a good evening for you. Take care.
Thank you, Payman. Have a good one.
Pleasure's all mine. Take care. Ciao.